I am back. Did you all properly mourn our fake Yorta? His name was Robert Paulson, don't you know? Also, hello Akira Dragonborn. How are you doing? As always, thank you very much for your patience while I took my tea break. My tea also thanks you. All right. Let us be on our way. A couple of different routes. Is something going to jump out at us here? Because it feels like it should. Will he be buried next to Paul? Yes. Why do you even try? At some point, even the wild fae have to have like a survival instinct that says, no, no, everything about this person smells like the death of my kind. Oh, now that is a beautiful picture. Oh, hell. That is absolutely worth it. I wish I'd realized this was up ahead of us, and I would have gone on tea break with this as the backdrop. My God. That's gorgeous. Do they actually die when you kill them without fate mode, or do they just go back to the fate place? Oh, that's a good point, actually. They probably just return to the cycle. That's a good effect. All right, then. What do you reckon the odds are that I'm going to be able to take these out? Hello! Very low. Nope. Oh, a rare hammer attack. Okay. Master level bonkomancy. You have to study for years as a journeyman bonkomancer before you can learn those kinds of techniques. And when you can execute that technique flawlessly, you've made it. You are a master bonkomancer and can go off and to take on apprentices and journeymen your own. Do not meddle in the affairs of bonkomancers. That is very good advice. I feel bad about what we're about to do, because that Jotun right there looks like they're exceedingly happy with the meal they just had. Oh, really? You think you're all that, do you? I kind of lament the fact that I did not realize there was a chieftain up ahead, or I would have saved my abilities for this. Ouch. Double ouch. The Jotun Chieftain would have been a significantly better use for my Reckoning mode, but oh well. That's the problem with Reckoning, is that you hold on to it for ages and you're like, oh, well, I should just use it because I'm sure I'll come up against something that'll be good. Sorry, I'll have recharged by the time I get to a big, set piece battle. And then the next fight is like, oh, it would have been much better if I had a phaser up for this one. But if I had, I probably wouldn't have used it on this one anyway, because I'd have been like, oh, but right around the corner is going to be another battle. It's like, There's the whole hoarding your healing pots problem over and over again. But chat, can we take a moment? I know the graphics. Well, I wouldn't say they're dated. Well, actually, I would, but I'm not using it in the sense that it is often used. When I say the graphics in this are dated, I mean that they date themselves. Like, you look at it and you can pick out the date that this game was made based on the graphics, you know? But can we agree that it is just a pretty game? Like, it's a cartoonish style, but it manages to capture quite a lot of ambience, despite being cartoonish. Or maybe because of it. It's kind of hard to say. Ukamaru says, yeah, the Reckoning thing is that feeling the whole game of, but I could use it for an awesome boss fight or something, yeah. Was that talisman not better than my shield? Actually, that's a good point. Maybe it was. And I could use it, actually. Okay, remove from junk. Let's have a look at that. +1 to all sorcery abilities. To be fair, that isn't too bad. It would drop my health a bit. But... no, you're right. Actually, I think that one is a bit better. And based on that... here we are. And yes, based on things like that, they can go above their level in some cases. This one can't, but that one definitely did. 7 of 6. And it can keep going. So, with that done, time to turn everything off. And then turn them back on. Mostly certain textures stand out that way, yeah. Definitely does have a late 2000s look, yeah. Stylized graphics always hold up better to the test of time. Yes, I actually very much agree with that. Stylized graphics always seem to hold up a bit better. Because, obviously, photorealistic graphics are subject to there being better tech or better software that allows the photorealism to be improved in some way. Though, you know, we're definitely starting to approach a point now where I think that's becoming, you know, it can only get so good. At least in the 2D. Can I possibly get around you without you noticing me? No, I cannot. Hello. Whoop. Let's try. Ooh. It's getting there. But yeah, with stylized graphics as opposed to photorealistic graphics, they're not really reliant as heavily on software and the hardware that make them possible. So it will quite often not feel as that it suffers with the passage of time and then comparison to other better realized photorealistic graphics, because you know, a stylized look is a stylized look is a stylized look. It's not trying to compete with anything in particular. I mean, you know, the resolution, I guess, is the big one. Oh no. This looks somewhat similar to the cave that we came through for the Codex of Fate. I forget what that place was called. You know what, there's no point. Ouch. Ooh. Double ouch coming. Oh. Ah! You're not allowed to adjust your aim like that. Rude. Oh my lord, I'm just wasting health right now. I do like that heal though. It's much the same in Skyrim, honestly. Especially when I'm playing on a heavily modded Skyrim where it is significantly hard, like you don't have any natural healing or something like that. Getting a magic heal is incredibly important. Yeah, there's someone in here. Huh.
By Telogris, you surprised me. What are you doing down here? I see my Jotun have failed at their orders. But did Padaxes send you? Lysander, perhaps? Tell me. Those fools have no idea what I'm capable of, which is obvious if you're all they sent to stop me.
I apologize. I'll leave you be. You're in my way.
You act as though you're surprised to find me here, as if you weren't sent here to stop me, my pursuit. But you're too late. Even now, my deathless servants rise from centuries of slumber. It is clear I cannot let you live, but answer me this, and I'll grant you a swift death. Which one sent you? Was it Padaxes or Lysander?
They've allied together.
As if the Onyx Tower and the Rose Court would ever end their feud. As for you, for that pathetic attempt at deception, you will be days in the dying.
Balthazar? Oh no, we're doomed. We're fighting Balthazar. Check. This can't end well for us. Oh god. They are bringing in a lot of figures, aren't they? I can keep this going for a long time, you understand. But it looks like you can too, which is a bit of a problem. Well, And now we'll never know about the Onyx Tower and the Rose Court. God damn it. Hi, Aavak. Did you play the original version of this? Asks Nathan. If so, has it improved a lot? Yes. It's improved in some very specific ways. And there are some ways that it is... well, one very specific one that springs to mind. It does have bugs. And not just bugs that were in the original, but new ones. But by and large, I would say that this has been improved. And then that's even outside of the fact that there is an expansion that is only available for the Re-Reckoning. One of the biggest ways that this is improved over the original is in the... well, the fact that the original was basically an MMO wearing the skin of a single-player game. This understood that it was a single-player game, and so it rebalanced some of the mechanics, which would have made a lot of sense in an MMO, but didn't in a single-player game. For example, the level locking. And by that, I mean, like, if you entered a zone, even just 1 foot inside the zone, such that the zone loaded, it would bind to your level. And then if you left and then leveled up a load more because you were only like nosing around, you didn't actually mean to go into that zone, and then came back 10 levels higher, well, all the enemies and all of the loot that could be gotten in that zone is now bound to 10 levels below where you're at because you had the audacity to explore. That has been fixed. Now, level scaling happens as one might imagine in a single player game. And that's one of the biggest effects, is you no longer have to, or rather you no longer feel compelled to explore the world in a very specific way, in a very set order, to try and find to get the best use out of loot. That's something that I think a lot of people who played the original will appreciate. As for some of the bugs that I mentioned, one of the biggest ones is definitely Shadow Strike. It's improved over where it was at when Re-Reckoning first released, but, and by Shadow Strike I mean the charged ability of daggers and fade blades. They don't have great collision detection, so it's kind of hit or miss when you pass through an enemy, whether you'll do damage to them, which sucks. Because that was one of my kind of go-to weapon choices for primary. But you can just kind of, you know, live with that, move around it. You know, kind of, there is some ways that you can mitigate. Like, you can reduce how likely it is that a collision is not going to be detected, but you can never completely get away with it, or at least I've not been able to find that. But that's only going to affect people who, you know, were particularly married to daggers and fade blades as their primary weapon style. But yeah, overall, I would say that this is a greatly improved game. Right. Arcanid. The ancient inscriptions in this book seem to fade and crawl before your eyes. The only portion that remains clear and legible is the following. City slumber, dark and still, until awakened to my will. Silver circle, emerald flame, what has slept shall rise again. A strange symbol seems to follow these words, but then, perhaps it's not a symbol at all. I guess one of the things that I can say that perhaps will summarize everything I could say and you know, in describing whether I think this is improved, I do not in any way regret buying the game. Now, I will put a caveat there in that when I bought it, it was like within the first couple of months of its release. And so I had a 50% discount because I also had Kingdoms of Amalur. I don't believe that discount is still in place. So it is basically buying the game again at this stage, whereas previously it was with a heavy discount. But if I'm honest, I don't think I would have minded paying for this again anyway. In fact, I can say that with quite a lot of certainty because the original was a favorite game of mine. So getting to play this kind of remastered version, I would certainly feel worth the money. Right, no, and that's even with the 19 armor. Yes, I will accept. Right, we want to put that in the junk. Yeah, I enjoyed Reckoning back when it first came out. Yeah, well, definitely worth checking out then, assuming funds allow. I think I remember favoring daggers and chakrams, but played as a universalist for a good while. Because I wanted to do all of the crafting and looting. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Aavak, did you see the Clay announced their next big game? Side-scrolling survival game where you play as a lone duplicant marooned in an asteroid. Yes, I have seen that. I like the look of the previous legs more too. These look a little bit too much like leggings. We're just popping out just above Star Camp, okay? Whomp. Hello there.
Well, I ain't exactly forthcoming with tasks for you, but I can jaw a bit. What's needed?
Tell me about the
Good,
travelers.
clean folk. Well, mostly clean, and mostly good. We live our lives in the wilds, making a living however we can. I don't mind me or nothing, just an interested party, that's all. That's all. Krulgeren's the tempting bit of fate that runs Star Camp. You'll have to go through her if you want to work in Dalantarth. But she and I have worked more than a few jobs together. She trusts my judgment if she needs to.
Fair. What should I do next?
Well, first off, you should find someone a little more well-informed than me. Krulgeren's the camp leader. I'd chat with her.
Fair. Good, humble lad. I'm just going to grab the bits and bobs around here. We don't need to go into Star Camp right now. Got many other things that I want to do besides. I wonder where that goes. Oh, that goes up to... Oh, yeah, that'll be Agarth stuff. But before then, we want to go back to Castor Barkley and explain that, hey, the Jotun were in there because, well, I guess, a necromancer was stirring up trouble and had recruited them. But now he's gone, so you should be fine. And also, I still don't know what the Onyx Tower in the Rose... the Onyx... What was it, the Onyx Tower in the Rose Court? Damn, those are such enigmatic and infuriatingly cool-sounding names. I want to know more about them. Really? Nope. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have waited a moment longer before I dodged through you. Left you with enough time to adjust.
There are bandits out there.
There are. Right. I've got good news and I've got bad news.
You're back. Glad to see you made it out of there alive. We felt the earth shake and when you hadn't returned. But no matter. Our town is forever in your debt. Please, take this. It's not much, after all you've done, but we would like you to have it.
That's very kind of you.
St. Hadwin's. It's north of here, through the woods.
Tell me about Thaddeus.
Dead, I'm afraid. Got the blood plague and wouldn't rest. I feel for his brother and sister.
The plague itself?
Town gets healthier by the day. Now that those little beasts are back in their den.
Wonder if there was a way that we could have saved Thaddeus.
I hope that's the last I see of those brutes in Dyden Hill. Or anywhere for that matter.
Maybe if I'd given plague shield directly to Thaddeus.
Well, we've weathered this storm. Pray Mitharu we weather the next. More ruins beneath the caverns, you say? I wonder who was there before the boggarts moved in. Disgusting little fey vermin. We're all glad to be rid of them.
That's a bit of a
The
strong
boggarts will
feeling
always
towards it. But then
trouble
again, they
Dyden
did
Hill.
kill a bunch of people in the
As long as we
town.
can keep a supply of plague shield, we'll survive this malady. The healer's work is never easy, but thanks to you, she won't have to stand by and watch the sick suffer. Mitharu keep you.
Thank you.
You're welcome in Dark.
Let's have a look at this ring. I mean, it's not terrible. Oh, I can... Oh, I feel bad adding that to junk, but it kind of is junk for me now. It is what it is. All right, let's go and break some stuff down. Get things repaired.
Can I help you?
Actually, can you repair
Right
this
when
for
I'm
me?
feeling better, the boggarts vanish. Just my luck.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Do you need to go? God damn it. Well, they never learn.
Interested in blacksmithing or alchemy?
I'd like you to take all my junk. Thank you.
You're welcome to our equipment.
Tell me about Olin.
He handles the sales of weapon and arms. I let him after I gave myself a bad cut once. Our doors
Little
are
chuckle.
always open.
All right. All right, let's get back out there. Go and meet Agarth and let them lead us to where we need to be. We are now facing down... Oh, wait. Okay, so... Do I just need to make enough of them? Data Crane says, my main issue with Kingdoms of Amalur is the short soundtrack. It's just over an hour long and there's only one combat soundtrack. After a few hundred battles, the music gets on your nerves. Other than that, it's an excellent game that unfortunately never received enough attention. A sequel would be great, but sadly seems very unlikely. Yeah, the re-release didn't really capture much attention, unfortunately, but it doesn't help that it was a bit... Like, they have improved on the bugginess, but it was a bit buggy back then as well.
If you're buying goods in Dydenhill, it's Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. Another potion. Excellent. Tinder
Do you need
Twig,
anything more?
which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage.
Okay.
In Scarwood Bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Well, come back if you do.
Okay, well, I'll keep gathering more, I guess.
In the lower land.
I wonder if, like, the fact that they said another that's recognized that I gave them one before, I'm going to just hope that eventually I will give enough. So for now, we need to grab all of the reagents as we go. On the plus side, it does seem that there are plenty of reagents to gather around these parts, so that shouldn't be an issue. And they do regenerate after about 3 days. Oh, damn it. I was a little slow on the dodge there. Really, Agarth? You're just watching that happen? Oh, and there's more coming up behind me, aren't there?
Well fought.
No thanks to you, buddy.
This is their escape route. It'll have traps, but few guards. You might be able to use their defenses against them, if you're clever. I'll distract the guards at the front and make sure none of them escape.
Right here.
Do you know the summer court in Issa? Well, the winter court are their darker siblings. They're not evil, but they're definitely not nice.
Why do you all say it in that way?
He once offered me an honorary knighthood after I slayed the Dream Eater of Amora. He was quite gracious when I turned him down.
The war?
The Crystal War, they've been calling it. 10 years ago, the Winter Fae turned violent and attacked us in force, calling themselves the Tuatha Daon. They say it's their sacred duty to cleanse the mortals from their lands. Naturally, the humans and Alpha who live here aren't so happy with that plan. It's been going back and forth for years. Where there's war, there's soldiers nervous about their fate, and that's where I come in.
Akira, it did used to have the potion ticked off as well, because I've given them a few at this point. But I did notice that that was no longer ticked, so maybe I just need to keep offering potions until eventually stops wanting them.
We'll be attacking their camp from both sides. We can't have any of them escaping to report back.
Good lord, you got a lot of things to talk about. Holy... Wow. Prismia.
Strange crystal, Prismia. It's normally a shade of blue, but when you treat it and charge it with magic, it turns blood red.
This is important information since, you know, we're married, I guess, to the Maid of Windermere.
You know where you stand with a gnome. They're always so focused on their work or research or what have you, that they've got no time for lies. Shame, they try to stay out of fights. Much as we could use their help in the war, staying neutral is about the only way they can stay safe. Gadflow is just some trumped-up fae who started hearing voices, I gather. But a crazy with an army is still a threat, sure enough.
Okay. What about the Eyes of Tirnoch?
The Eyes of Tirnoch are two immense Prismia mirrors. Long as the Tuatha have them trained on you, they'll find you anywhere.
Okay. And the Destiny Stone?
The Destiny Stone showed us the tapestry of fate. But your power must have consumed it all. Everything except the wisdom at its core. The Codex of Destiny.
What about the defenses?
The mine has a main entrance and an escape tunnel. The main one is heavily guarded, and the escape is heavily trapped. I saw them bringing barghests down in cages, probably still being trained. Turn the beasts free, and I bet they cause some chaos for you.
Noted. Tell me what you remember about the Codex of Fate.
The immortals inscribe their knowledge of fate into the living stone. I always thought it was a poetic way of talking about the theater. But there it is, in your hands. Keep it close, child.
And do you know anything about Aelin Shear?
Whoever that Aelin Shear is, I don't think she's our enemy. If she wanted us dead, she could have killed us while we were weakened. But she's still trouble. Reminds me of a dark elf who left me half naked and tied to a bar.
Now those were the days.
I'm sure they were, but Agarth, focus. We're about to get into a fight.
Thanks for giving an old man another chance. It's good to know I've got a future again. And even better not to know what it is.
Though I am going to be honest, I am kind of curious how you ended up naked tied to a barghast. That doesn't sound like that would have been easy to pull off.
Just go inside and find those scrying mirrors. Don't worry. I'll be coming along to help. Good luck.
Yep.
I'll see you inside.
Yes, you will. Boop. Now then, they are not facing me right now. I could just wander past. Or I could lure them into this trap. I wonder. Alright. Trap. Sprung. I need to move before they get back to their seats. Come on. Ah, damn it. Okay. I really had hoped I'd be able to sneak up on you fast enough to remove you, but no. I do need to get some points in stealth for the way that I like to play the game. Now, the way I think I should probably approach this is... Can I... Oh, I can still loot it even when it's triggered. Nice. Is I should probably... use up my reckoning mode early. So I've got time enough to replenish it before I get to whatever end fight is going to happen. That's a blacksmith forge down there. Okay. It's a bunch of... Oh, now that is a lot of Tuatha Raiders. Nevertheless, I want to go for these ones. Being able to strip them for parts is actually quite nice. Oh, then where are they? They're all just up ahead. I could try and get in there and go for a stealth kill, but honestly, reckoning mode is going to be so much better for me. So,
Have you come to die?
Surprende! That arrow's kind of annoying. Oh. And stab. That was 1,444 experience. Not bad at all. I will gladly take that for now. Sure, I guess we'll salvage that while I'm here. Master Mana Potion. Kind of surprised that we're seeing master potions already. Right, we've got a bunch of Barghast down there. A load of Tuatha Raiders in here. At this point, I could probably go and release these Barghasts. And I think that's going to be the play. Oh, that's what triggers those. By the way, chat, if you're noticing that occasionally, like, I'll start talking, I'm talking out of the side of my mouth or something, or I seem a bit distracted. At some point last night, I got bitten on the cheek by something. And it is driving me to distraction. I do apologize if that's coming through on the mic, though. Well, there's sod all I can do with it. Just have to bear it. Nope. Chat has gone a bit squiff. Let me sort that out. Oh, there we are. I didn't notice it yet, but now that you said it... Oh, okay. Should have kept my mouth shut, I suppose. Softly, softly. Releasey Barghast. Which way are you going? You're going that way. Yoink. I don't need to be here anymore. Be free! Go chomp. Chomp for freedom! While you're doing that, I don't need to play with you. I should go in here. I mean, I could. That would probably get me some more experience if I'm perfectly honest, but you were caged long enough. I guess I could go over there and sneak in that direction, release those Barghasts. Well, there's a part of me that doesn't want to. Are you ever going to win that fight? I'm starting to think you're not going to. In which case... Oh, no, never mind. They are on my side. Very well. Yoink. A Prismia lockpick. I will happily accept. Go forth! My Barghast army. They appear to appreciate the fact that I set them free. We have made a truce. Oh, so many Prismia lockpicks. Not that I ever use them, but I can now choose to if I want to. Good. Whoop. Go let these ones out as well. Yeah, they likely just hate their captors more than they hate me, yeah. Oh man, the game is chugging a little bit though. It seems that having a bunch of infighting between a large group of enemies does nothing good for this game's pathfinding. But it does feel like it would be several years of waiting if I waited for the Barghast to win the fight themselves. I mean, honestly, Flame is probably not the best thing against the Tuatha Daeon, but... it does... I do suddenly realize that we very rarely fight groups this large. Like, it is exceptionally rare that we would encounter a large group of enemies. So maybe the game just really has never been optimized for that kind of combat force. It sort of makes sense. Hello, chest. Easiest lock to pick. I mean, I'm never going to make a hammer. I'm more or less set on the weapon set that I'm going to be using through the game, so I can just happily get rid of those. A little bit of extra health. Really? 2 default locks back to back? The Tuatha they own are literal boomers. Password 123. Akniniris. Ooh boy, this is a blast from the past. Went absolutely nuts with Amalur for like 2 weeks immediately following its release. As in eat, sleep, school, Amalur. Yeah, I can definitely relate. I think most people who played Amalur can, to be fair. Amalur seems to occupy a very...
bastards!
Oh, okay. Seems to occupy a very beloved spot for most people. You enjoy being down there. I'm just going to go and knifey this person. Shh. Only sleep now. Forever sleep. Oh, what?
The undying mortal has grown tired of running, has he? Decided to fight back?
God, that is a
Can you tell me the difference between
voice
a
from
creature of nature
my childhood.
and a child of dust like yourself?
Like, the voice acting talent they had in this game, dear God. I don't know. I don't care.
We children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death, all serve the cycle. You children of dust do not know your place. You come into our land. You come to face your hunters. And you don't know when to die.
I mean, he's not wrong, I suppose. I don't even know who you... I kind of do, but he hasn't introduced himself, so...
In time, all mortals will know the might of Gadflow. Blessed herald of the merciful Tirnoch. All mortals end, even if some are more persistent than others.
Pop. Now, my question is, can I still get a stealth kill on some of these? Yep. That's right. You keep them distracted. And I will eliminate a few of them. Nice and quick. I love how I'm like laying the corpse down nice and softly so that no one notices. It's like, no, they all know. They know. How could they not know? No escape. Only death now. Agarth is following me like the foul footsteps of doom. Agarth is embracing his persistence hunting heritage. Human never tire, human never stop, human follow at steady pace. Aavak will have to sleep sometime, eventually. Aavak will have to stop for shade. Agarth shall follow.
At least the Tuatha won't be able to track you so easily now. But it looks like you've got the personal attention of their king, Gadflow. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance.
What do you mean that there was a mistake and it wasn't those who run? What? What do you mean you have predator teeth? What? I appreciate someone who has read that story as well. Well done. How can we fight them?
You're doing well, so far. You've blinded them here, and they haven't killed you yet. And much as I hate to say it, you'll need to take Aelin Shear up on her offer of help. The Codex of Destiny should hold some answers for you. For all I know, you've already met her in the House of Ballads. But it sounds like she's the only lead now.
For all you know, the game could have checked. Shame the Studio 38 decided on like 10 million copies sold as their target profit, but their talent curation was A++. Only learned after the fact that it's Grant Kirkhope, as in GoldenEye, behind the OSC in this game. Whoever got R.A. Salvatore to do the story was very correct. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. All right.
We should be able to get out this way.
We should. But I'm going to go and check your handiwork. I can't trust you to have been thorough in your looting. And right, I was to not trust you. Look at all the crate tax that you failed to collect. My lord. And the gubbins just left on the ground. Agarth, you are a very bad person. The Dapplings will remember this. The grotto is slow to forgive. Not bad hand wraps, actually. Take that. You also did Winnie the Pooh, yep. Yeah, like I said, like that guy's voice is like the sound of my childhood. So many cartoons. Now that leads to a hidden door. Well. I accept. Just a tiny little aperture, you know. Very hidden. I mean, that... Okay, if we can get that component, that's going to be amazing. 15 bleeding damage over 5 seconds. Very good. Okay, hard. Let's have a look at you. All right. Oh, we were close to not making that. Marauder's Great Sword, Robes of Clothing, Robes of the Elixir, Master Mana Potion. Okay, Reinforcing Ring. Oh. Okay, I'm starting to feel like that would be good. I'm starting to feel that would be good. Kenny917, thank you very much for the 113 months of support. That is absolutely bonkers. Thank you, mate. Are you running faster than normal? It seems like you're running quite fast. I'm just regular running. I don't think I'm running faster than normal. I could drop the 7 on fire, ice, and lightning. Realistically, I'm only getting 1 bonus from those right now, so I think yes. But I am not going to throw that away. I'm going to put that in our chest at Gossamer's End, as I feel that should I start using a weapon with multiple types of damage, that will come into its own. My god, why? You made my loot goblin heart weep. A literal treasure chest. I mean, maybe you just don't have very high detect hidden, so I can forgive you for not noticing the things in a pile of rocks. But that was a treasure chest you didn't even loot. Ideal says, I think you would have taken this path out with him. What do you mean, like, we would have run this path together rather than him taking the roguey route? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, and then that's out of the dungeon. Okay. So, now that I have thoroughly explored, we shall run all the way back to exit out the other door, because maybe that leads to a cliff face with a chest on the outside. This game does the whole Skyrim thing of, haha, you've defeated the dungeon. Here's a shortcut you didn't know was there, but all along took you out, more or less, right at the beginning of the dungeon. But almost always, not every single time, but quite often, has a little collectible before the inevitable, you've got to jump off from here, which means it's a one-way trip section. So it's always worth going for, if you're a loot goblin like me. There was a chest where I broke the red gem. Really? Did I miss it? I may have, actually. Let me go and have a quick look. I did get a little bit bamboozled by the cutscene. Oh, there it was. Yep. Quite right. I refuse to accept that these two things are the same, though. Agarth mixed chest after he'd killed all of the bad guys and it was just regular combat. I missed a chest because suddenly cutscene and extreme nostalgia attack. Oh, nothing. That's a bit saddening. Okay, well, I guess this is one of those instances where we don't have... Oh, I really should have attacked you a little bit faster. Oh. Rude. Brownie's like, what? I wasn't even doing anything. I just came here to watch. Sorry, Brownie, but no survivors. Can't be leaving witnesses. No, we've already looked at that one. Fair enough. Right. So, with that... Star Camp, seal the items, or steal the item rather, and gathering reagents for Murdoch. And over there is... What quest are we on? Meet... Really? Meet Neralin? No, that's a new quest, I think. Alright. Okay. Well, I need to get the reagents. I'm gonna hunt around for them for a moment. Now, which is the ones that I need? Got plenty of scarwood bark. What I need are tinder twigs. Now, where did you say the tinder twigs were found? Does it say in the quest? I mean, I can go and make one, I suppose, right now, since I've got a tinder twig. But there was a certain location that they said that the tinder twigs could be gathered from. I think it was like a pass or something, wasn't it? Maybe it's over here. Amber Eyes. Black Cock. More Amber Eyes. Leechwood. Star Thistle Bloodroot. This is Breath. Okay, not really finding what I'm looking for. Oh, Ironhold Passage. Duh. Of course. You know what? You're not worth me using, right? Yeah, we want to be down here. I wonder, can I get... Oh, I can. All right. That makes things easier. Let's pop straight in here. Grab some tinder twig. I do like that they give you an area where it's more likely to be found. And actually, some cobalt wouldn't be terrible for me to wipe out. That sounded so much worse than I meant it to be. I mean, like, you know, they're going to be decent experience. Oh, I was looking elsewhere. There we go. If I don't get many from this, then I'm going to have to come back in a couple of days. God damn it. Nope. Ouch. There we go. I've got a very low chance of harvesting right now because my alchemy is still very low. Alas. But there's just so many other things that I want to invest my points into. I still need to put some points into stealth. As much as detected is so attractive to me. Getting to the point where I can just see all the hidden, all of the lore stones will be absolutely glorious. But maybe I do need to start investing a little bit more aggressively into stealth and alchemy. Always things to put points into. Oh yeah, I can make alchemy potions, but those are not really good for harvesting out in the world. They're better for making potions.
The boggarts have gone. Thank you, Taru.
Like, you know, it's the whole Skyrim thing. You make a potion
Can I help
to
you?
make you better at making potions, and then you use that to make a better potion for making you even better at making potions, so on, so forth, so on, so forth. Let's go find you. That is not you.
It's safe to venture out again. The boggarts are gone.
It is, but...
Can I help you?
Oh, I think they're probably outside in the village right now.
Looking for the blacksmith?
Thank you.
That would be me. That all?
It is. Hey, Alucard.
Did you hear? Thaddeus, dead of the plague.
Yeah, I think perhaps I could have saved Thaddeus. I think that's why they're making such a big deal out of it. Kind of sucks, but oh well.
If you're buying goods in Didenhill, it's Cora Ben Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. Another potion. Excellent. The waters of Loch Diamond.
How many do you need?
I?
Oh my lord, I'm certain that there is an end to it, but I'm not gonna focus on it for now. We are heading to Starcamp. Nicodemus says it's a repeatable quest if I remember correctly. I don't know why I'm so certain of it, but I'm certain that there is a limit to how many you can hand in. Eventually they go, oh, okay, well, that should be good enough for now. And then stop. You know, it gets cleared out of your quest queue. Maybe I'm wrong, though. If anyone wants to weigh in on that. If that is just an infinite quest, then it actually is better for me, ultimately.
Need a quieter step?
There we go. After this, we'll go and talk with the fence, get rid of the less savory gubbins that are in our inventory. Now we need to decide on what quest line we're going to be doing next.
Have a rest, lad.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy items or sell them?
Sell them. There we go. I will absolutely take both of those. Okay, I don't need that. I'm fairly certain I have all of these. But I'm going to be very boring, and I'm going to just buy the ones even though I'm pretty certain I have them. Some of them, anyway.
Always looking to make a bit of coin?
Ah! What am I doing on this side of it? That was a pretty impressive magic trick. Alright. So. Next quests. Got long overdue. Well, we can't do that one. Treasures of Meropis. But yeah, if anyone could check like a wiki or something for me for the Gathering Flames task in Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning, if that is infinitely repeatable or if there is a limit to it. Like, again, my memory says that there is a limit. But if it is just pure infinite, then I can completely disregard it from and move on. Now, the road patrol takes us into Lorca-Rain, as does the guided hand. Well, actually, no, that takes us into the She. He who fights monsters says, since this task is repeatable, it cannot be truly completed. Instead, certain items can just be turned in for a reward. Okay. Well, in that case, I will stop caring about it. Alright, so Old Friends wants us to go meet Niralim at this point. So that would be going through the entire She before heading down to Caer Niralim. We've also got Lorca-Rain. We've also got the Summer Garden of Issa, where High King Tatarian lives. The Cradle of Summer. We've got so much. Like, we have barely scratched the surface of this game. We've been quite thorough about it, to be fair. We've gone through more or less all of Haxi. Let's head back to Ironhold Pass. There's one place in this area that we haven't been. No, it won't let me scroll over it, but the Murderer's Hold. It's the only place we haven't gone into. We came out of Carl's Bane Ruins. Been to the Hunter's Pit. Have we gone to Bloodstone Deep? Yes, we did. That was the daggers. So yeah, that's the last place. Now, as I am in no great hurry to complete the main quest, I never am in these kinds of games. In fact, I think that robs me of the experience of every single side quest ever. I'm thinking very strongly that it is time to go and take on the Teeth of Naros. That'll also give me a couple of levels before we continue the main quest, because that's a whole area unto itself, and it's also just so amazing. Before we head there, though, we're going to pop in and talk to Luminista.
So Brother Fallon is dead?
Yeah.
And I thought things were bad as they could get. This means Astrid will run out of plague shield sooner or later.
No. It's already
I'm
dealt
able
with.
to supply it. The village has not always been kind to me, but never mind that. This will be my olive branch.
Oh. Maybe we shouldn't have been so self-sufficient. That would have been nice to have kind of robbed you of that opportunity.
He was kind after the village shut their doors to me, and taught me much of what I know. So, you know that louse, do you? I've known him for quite some time now, before fate weaving was dreary business. Good old Agarth. He warned me what too much truth can do. I wish I'd listened closer. So long.
So long. Sad news delivered. Right, okay. Now, we are going to want to poke our nose in to this here place, I think. Hello.
Just what do you think you're doing poking around this jail?
Oh, it's a jail. Oh, I thought it was going to be a dungeon. Well, I mean, I guess a jail is a dungeon in a way, but...
I'm the jailer. What do I look like? The damned Fate Weaver. She lives right over there, on this cursed side of the lake. Trust me, we've got enough troubles with the Blood Plague and all that. We don't go tossing people in there unless we've got to.
Okay, fair.
It's always one thing or another. Boggarts, bandits, weather. But we're not frail people. We get through it.
Oh no, I don't have as much inventory space as I could get, though to get more I'd need to go through at least 2-3 more areas to get it. So I'm not going to be rushing to that. If I try to get all the inventory space I can possibly get before I tackle the expansions and DLC areas, we're going to be dozens upon dozens upon dozens of hours away.
The Boggarts caused it, sure. But what caused the Boggarts? That witch Luminitsa. That's what I think.
Man, I really, really do wish I had not, in fact, dealt with all of the blood plague before Luminitsa got a chance to, you know, use their olive branch.